Nkazimulo and the Stars of Ethiopia. Nkazimulo had always loved the night sky. As a child in KwaZulu-Natal, she would lie on her back outside her grandmother's rondavel, counting stars until sleep found her. Her grandmother used to say, "Uyabona mntanam, igama lakho liyakhumbula izulu." Your name remembers the sky. For Nkazimulo meant wisdom, and wisdom, her grandmother believed, traveled on light older than time. When Nkazimulo turned 16, she traveled with her aunt to Ethiopia, a land spoken of in harsh, reverent tones in her family. "This is where time walks differently," her aunt said as their plane descended. "Even the stars listen more closely here." On her first night in Lalibela, the electricity faded without warning. The town fell into a velvet darkness, untouched by city glare. Above her, the sky opened, vast, crowded, alive. Stars burned brighter than Nkazimulo had ever seen, stitched together like stories written by patient hands. An old man approached, carrying a staff carved with symbols of suns, crescents, and crosses. He was an Abba Tinsai, a keeper of star knowledge, one of the few who still read the heavens the way their ancestors once did. "You are far from home, child of meaning," he said gently, as if greeting someone he had been expecting. Nkazimulo's breath caught. "How do you know me?" He smiled. "Your name shines loudly." That night, beneath the Ethiopian sky, he taught her of the ancient Ethiopian stars, older than maps, older than borders. He spoke of Sirius, known to Ethiopian sky watchers as the star of renewal, rising to mark sacred seasons long before the foreign calendars arrived. He traced Orion, not as a hunter, but as a teacher, whose belt reminded elders when to plant, when to wait, and when to listen. "These stars are not here to predict fate," the Abba said. "They are here to teach alignment between mind, earth, and spirit." As Nkazimulo listened, the stars seemed to pulse, as if responding to her attention. She felt something stir within her chest, a quiet remembering. The Abba pointed to the cluster low on the horizon. "Those are the stars of Saba, named for the Queen of Sheba. They carry wisdom meant for seekers, especially young ones who ask not for power, but for understanding." Suddenly, the night wind shifted. The stars brightened. Nkazimulo felt as though the sky was leaning towards her. In that moment, visions came, not loud, not frightening, but clear. She saw rivers drying and being healed. She saw children learning under trees, elders listening instead of commanding. She saw herself, not as a ruler, not as a prophet, but as a bridge, someone who translated ancient knowing into modern language. Tears slipped down her cheeks. The stars are speaking to you, not because you are special, but because you are open. Wisdom visits those who make space. Before dawn, he gave her a small stone etched with a single star. "This is not magic," he said. "It is memory." When Nkazimulo returned home, the stars looked the same, but she was different. She no longer looked at the sky to escape. She looked to learn. She began studying astronomy alongside African cosmology, blending science with story, calculating with care. When people asked why she loved the stars so much, she smiled and said, "My name told me where to look." And far above, the Ethiopian stars continued their slow, patient turning, pleased that their wisdom had found another listener. If you enjoy stories of Africa that remind us and bring us back to who we are and putting value in the things that are ours, please like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell so that you never miss the next short story from us. African roots will grow your truth. I thank you.